Hi, I'm having my breakfast with some oats and blueberries. My mouth is going to be purple because I'm eating a lot of blueberries. And I wanted to talk to you about this phrase that was kind of famous when I was growing up. If you're not mad, you're not paying attention. If you're not mad, you're not paying attention. Now, it's a scoldy thing to say to someone because it's like, oh, gosh darn, I was just enjoying a moment. And at the same time, there are a lot of things to potentially be mad about. Certainly, we need to fight for social justice. We need to resist certain things. Do we have to be mad? Do we have to stay mad? I say no. One, because I don't want to be mad all the time. It's exhausting, and I only have one life, and I'm cultivating body peace, and that includes body, mind, spirit, relationship peace. And I do not feel peace when I'm feeling actively mad. So that's one. Two, our resistance can come from a place of power. It can come from a confident, no nonsense, unwillingness to participate without having to conjure up the energy, emotion of madness, anger. So sometimes the anger can be an important and interesting spark, but towards action, but I'm talking more about as an ongoing state. It can actually fatigue us. It can make us less effective in the work. It can hurt our credibility. And I'm making the case today that when we are more convinced of something, when we are more confident about it, and it's more of an embodied experience, this truth that we know is an embodied experience, we move from a place of dignity and strength and clarity how do we get from the anger to this state that I'm talking about? Well, that's work. That's a lot of work. It's there's a lot to it. That is my work that I help people deal with. It's like moving from the moment, in the case of wildfire survivors, the moment where you realize, I've had clients who are very, very scarred and who actually lost children and, lost almost everything. It's a very extreme example. About other clients coming to the realization of other really hard things. How do you move from that moment to what I'm describing here? That is the body peace work, the gentle guided natural teaching for life work, that it, there's a lot to it. Today, as I ate my breakfast, I invite you to consider this question. Do you have to be mad in order to heal, in order to resist, in the case of like social justice, social change, change in your own habits? I'm going to come up with one more example, kind of related, just for you to think about. So it's the example of maybe you've decided to stop smoking, or you've decided to stop drinking alcohol, or some other thing, whatever it might be for you. Does it work better to stay in a state of fear? Or does it work better when you are coming from a place of like joy and abundance and amazement? Again, that's a leading question, I think, the way I put it. I've done both. I've had fear about like osteopenia. And now I come from a place of just like, I love my interior landscape. Like, I feel so good inside. And alcohol does not contribute to that for me at all. It has the exact opposite effect at a very small amount. So, and then I just, like I'm drinking these curious elixirs. I had one last night and it has ashwagandha in it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, here's this thing that tastes fancy and complicated and all the things. And it's got ashwagandha in it. It's got these other components to it that like actually are helping me. I'll have more of that, please. So yeah, so that's my invitation for you right now to consider. If you're not mad, you're not paying attention. That might be true. But do we have to stay mad? And if we decide that we don't want to stay mad, but we still want to, stay in the fight, especially when it comes to resisting things and like finding our own path and that coming from a place of strength, how do we get there? And so that's like around, being mad. If you're not mad, you're not paying attention. And then I also brought up, do we have to come at these things from a place of fear? Is that more effective or as effective as coming from a place of abundant well-being and clarity and joy? And having so many great things going on that the other thing that we're moving away from just doesn't even, it can't hold a candle to the amazingness. So please comment. What do you think about what I've said? And please like and subscribe if you're finding value. If you liked this video, if you learned something in this video. Like, subscribe, comment, get your notifications, all that stuff. See you soon.